our community in and around Ocala.
Plus, of course, a splash of sports as well.
Now, here's your host, Tom.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks. On a Wednesday, I'm your host, Tom Schmitz, coming to you from the studios of WOCA Radio, located just off the runway in the Brick City, beautiful Ocala, Florida. If you're trying to reach us on the phone lines, we don't have those. The phone lines are down right now, and we're efforting to fix them. I'm looking at my text message. I got a text message from Councilman Musley about whether he can come on the show or not. Sorry, folks. We don't have phone lines, so you can't call in this morning, but I do have Facebook Messenger up. Tom Schmitz, SCHMITZ. You go on there and you can send me a message on Facebook Messenger, and I am monitoring that to take any of your questions you may have. Thanks, Joe, for your thoughts of formula. Baby formula is in short need right now. He said, look, I think baby formula was invented in 1942 or about that. He said he recalled that his grandma had a large goat farm in North Carolina, and she used to relate stories of donating goat milks to mothers with children that could not use formula or had other problems. So not all kids can use formula, I know, but the ones that can, there seems to be a massive shortage of milk available, formula available. And I didn't know if it was a big deal or not because I don't have kids. But after talking to Galen, it seems to be quite a big deal. So you can reach me if you want to talk about any of the stories we talk about today at Facebook Messenger, Tom Schmitz, SCHMITZ. The annual Stamp Out Hunger Food Drive, it's this weekend, folks. That's when I know Hugh's a big guy doing that. And Jim Penna, former listener to the show, God rest his soul, Jim Penna, who worked for the post office for a long time, would always call in and remind us about the annual Stamp Out Hunger Food Drive. That's where you hang a bag of non-perishable food donations on your mailbox this Saturday. That's the date of the 30th annual National Association of Letter Carriers Stamp Out Hunger Food Drive. All the donations you make in this area will remain right here in Marion County. The Interfaith Emergency Service Warehouse in downtown serves as the collection and redistribution point for the drive. Food levels are critically low at all of our food pantries. The massive amounts gathered on Saturday will be sorely needed. This is according to Interfaith Emergency Services CEO Carla Grimsley. She said they need donations desperately. It's always a good time. The warehouse received last year 127,838 pounds of food from the drive that was held last in 2019. Remember, because of COVID, we hadn't had this drive. So it's a big deal. Letter carriers from around Ocala, from 3 Ocala area post offices, they're going to gather the donations on their routes this Saturday. They'll deliver the donated food at the end of the day to Interfaith. And all you have to do is just take one of your grocery bags. Although they have bags you can pick up that the post office has some. You could just put one of your grocery bags, plastic bag full of non-perishable items. I suggest you double bag or triple bag it just to help the postal carriers. And you just put it out like you would a letter with your flag up, but you put the bag on the flag instead. You hang the bag around your mailbox. That's all you got to do. The post office, the postal carrier will pick it up, and your food will be donated. And all you got to do, folks, really, I mean, go into any grocery store. You see that food is that there's a food shortage. I mean, you go into any Walmart and there's shelves that are clear. You go into Publix, shelves are clear on certain items. You know, there's a food issue going on right now in the world. And so, you know, help others by doing this food drive. It's they didn't have it in 2020 or 2021. And I bring it up because, one, it helps our community, and two, it was a passion of Jim Penna's. And Jim Penna was a loyal, dedicated listener to this show for many, many years. And so in his honor, now that he's no longer with us, I want to make sure that you understand the importance of this food drive. And it's really simple for you to do. Take 4 or 5 canned goods, a couple boxes of mac and cheese, you know, other non-perishable items, put them in a grocery bag, double bag that grocery bag, hang it on your mailbox. Done. Your commitment's over. How hard could that be? We need to make sure that we help. And this is how, see, this is, to me, this is the way that you should be, that social-wise, everyone should be. This is how I try to live my life. I'm fiscally conservative. I don't want the government to spend a ton of money. I want small government. But I understand we got to help our fellow man that can't sometimes help themselves. I don't believe that's the government's responsibility. I mean, I believe it's the individual community's responsibility to help each other through the hard times and the good times. Well, this is your chance to do that by putting a bag of non-perishable food on your mailbox. It's not rocket science. And it will help somebody who is in dire need without the government getting involved. Isn't that a unique concept? We help each other. We pick each other up. We do things that will benefit those that have less than us. And the government doesn't have to be involved. I know, Tom, the postal carriers, this is not something the government said, hey, postal carriers, start doing this. This was something that they came up with because they saw a need. That's what this is. Timothy Legge, he's a retired local letter carrier. He's helping to organize the local Stamp Out Hunger Food Drive. So, just this is how it's supposed to be done, folks. We're supposed to help each other out. The government's not supposed to be our be-all, end-all bailout option. If your neighbor needs, if your neighbor needs to borrow your rake or your something like that, you let them, you help them out. This is no different except you're saving a life because they're not starving. Help out your community by taking some non-perishable items and hanging them on your mailbox. It's not that difficult of a thing to do, and in the long run, it'll make you where you probably will help somebody that desperately needs it and make our community better and stronger. We're going to take a break. When we come back, more on Ocala Talks, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
Shamrock Security Systems, 629-3223. Shamrock Security Systems is located here in Ocala, Florida. Shamrock Security Systems is a top-rated alarm company offering 24/7 monitoring, video surveillance, fire and flood protection. You'll sleep a little better once the job is done. Shamrock Security Systems for over 31 years. 629-3223. Get a 100% free quote from Shamrock Security. 629-3223.
The Ocala Golf Club, one of Ocala's premier golf courses, from its pristine 18-hole course layout to its amazing pro shop. Jason Linhart and the staff at Ocala Golf offer everything that you need for your golf outing. That's the Ocala Golf Club. Experience country club style golf at municipal prices. You won't go wrong with the Ocala Golf Club. Call them for a tee time today, 352-401-6917.